are listening to the Paranormal Chronicles radio show. Here is your host, paranormal researcher and author of the best-selling A Most Haunted House, Gavin Lee Davis.
Welcome, my name is G.L Davies, founder of the ParanormalChronicles.com and author of the best-selling Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest, the paranormal book that is the talk of the town. Dare you take the Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest reading challenge? Read at night, alone, in bed. The Paranormal Chronicles podcast series is brought to you by sixth-books.com. Visit sixth-books.com and discover a world of the supernatural, spiritual and the unknown. Visit sixth-books.com today. Also, our Pembrokeshire-centric broadcasts are brought to you by Victoria Bookshop Haverfordwest. Victoria Bookshop in Haverfordwest is the exclusive bookshop of signed copies of Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest, having sold hundreds. So pop in and grab yourself a signed copy today. Support local. Remember to follow so you never miss an episode, and remember our followers are entered into a monthly paranormal book prize draw and an Amazon voucher quarterly prize draw, so follow right now. Explore and download our archive for the very best in paranormal content, from the very best interviews, recordings of witness ghost stories and paranormal encounters, to on-location Pembrokeshire episodes exploring our very own mysteries like the Clay Lanes Haunting, Owlman Creature, St Govan's Mystery and the Pembrokeshire Devil Hound. With over 10,500 downloads, we are proud to serve the paranormal community with the very best in paranormal content. If you have a story, theory or experience to share, then contact us at The Paranormal Chronicles on Facebook and Instagram, on Twitter at Paracron, or email paranormalchronicles@aol.com. On tonight's show, is there a ghostly monk wandering the darkened streets of Haverfordwest? Has this paranormal entity been photographed? What are eyewitnesses seeing? And is there more to this ghostly historical figure? This is a show you do not want to miss. Turn off the lights and snuggle in tight. On with the show. The ParanormalChronicles.com has been dedicated to exploring many of Pembrokeshire's spooky sightings and exploring many of its myths, and has put Pembrokeshire paranormal phenomena on the media map with its exclusive reports. The Paranormal Chronicles in-depth study, investigation and research gave Clay Lane, outside of Haverfordwest, the mantle of one of the most haunted roads in Wales. Our investigations into the Owlman of St Thomas's, the Devil Hound of Landmill and the St Govan's Mystery can all be explored with our on-location episodes on this very podcast. The Pembrokeshire Haunted Road Trip was created by the Paranormal Chronicles. We urged paranormal enthusiasts to seek out paranormal adventure, searching for the myths and legends of Nevin, the flying coffin of Clarbeston, the Waterston Lady, the teenage phantom at Newgale, the ghost children of St Govan and many more. I've collated over 2,500 paranormal reports in Pembrokeshire alone in the last 6 years. The Paranormal Chronicles is truly dedicated to researching and investigating the wondrous paranormal events in Pembrokeshire, West Wales. With all that said, we have one character, one spectre, one haunting that I've personally been investigating for over 25 years. This character has had more reported sightings than of any other paranormal entity in Pembrokeshire. For over 300 years it has been seen. It is the Phantom Monk of Haverfordwest. And tonight I invite you to explore with me this startling paranormal entity. The monk makes his way down Union Hill that many locals have walked or driven. From the waist down he is invisible as he travels a long buried and forgotten footpath. This shadowy spectre has been seen many times, and the first known report made in 1729 of a cowled and dark apparition making its way to the old Augustinian priory. Mr. Rob Richards of Haverfordwest reminisced about a sighting in the 1950s at the end of Key Street, where a hooded figure was said to disappear into a gate at the bottom of Union Hill. While more recent reports have seen a hooded figure making its way up Tower Hill at the top of Haverfordwest. And I've never seen a monk-like figure traversing the Rifleman's Field near Winch Lane. There have been more recent encounters, including possibly my own. On the evening of the 25th of March 2018 at 10 p.m, a lady was walking a dog at the Priory ruin. The ruined priory was once inhabited by monks, and is now mere foundations and half a dozen walls complete with windows and door frames, but had fallen into disrepair many hundreds of years ago. A priory is a small monastery or nunnery. It was 10 p.m. when she was startled by what appeared to be a figure stood in a corner of one of the ruined priory buildings, illuminated by a head torch. Fearing it was a living person skulking in the darkness, she quickly hurried away, but a dog froze and barked hysterically. When she turned back, the torch revealed that no one stood there. The figure had vanished in the blink of an eye. Now, as interesting as that could be, it may easily just be another person, or possibly a misidentified shadow, or bricks within the wall resembling a person. On Monday the 2nd of April 2018, we received a message through the Paranormal Chronicles Facebook page from a gentleman called Mark, who said that while walking, again with his dog at night, at the old priory ruin, he saw a figure walking towards him in the mist. He said in his torchlight the mist looked like it was forming into a shape, the shape of a person. He claims that the human-shaped mist appeared to have a hood, and he could make out the movement of an arm. His dog again reacted defensively, but as quickly as the figure had appeared, it had vanished. On December the 4th, around 1:45 a.m., on a disappointingly cloudy night, I was out to capture supermoon pictures, but I ended up at my old haunt, the priory ruins, which quite often I do when I feel restless. I was there to take some pictures and use the opportunity to search for my old friend, the priory ruins monk. I have extensively charted the monk's path over the years, which starts from St. Mary's Church. On this night, I've been retracing the steps of the first of two monks at haunt Haverfordwest. The brown monk takes a different route and heads into Haverfordwest towards the Friars and Castle Square. Taking bursts of pictures along the way, I took several dozen at the ruins and headed home. I am not gifted in that I have no psychic abilities or gifts. I witnessed very little on investigation, and since I suffered a mini-stroke, I am more susceptible to tiredness than anything. But during my saunter to the ruins, I did feel as if I was being watched, and several times felt that the rain and mist were clumping together in places, which in itself could be an atmospheric solution to what's happening down there. The power of suggestion, pareidolia, and the need to see what the mind wants to see can conjure all manner of strange but rational phenomenon on an investigation. As per usual, with all my pictures and audio, I volunteer them to an independent researchers for data analysis. I had them back, and a few were very interesting. These pictures are available on the paranormalchronicles.com. In picture A, like the witness claimed, a mist appears to be taking the form of a hooded figure. Yes, very convenient. But what was of interest was that the mist seems to be in two layers to create this effect, almost three-dimensional, in relation to its surroundings. So it would be approximately 5 feet 3 inches tall and around 50 centimeters broad. The large head area does look hooded, and an arm could be possibly part of the form. Again, not a solid shape, and more likely just a mist illuminated by the camera. Have a look on the paranormalchronicles.com while you listen and see what you can see. What do you think of this picture? In the second picture taken across the priory, there appears to be a solid figure stood at ground level. Unlike the mist apparition, this has more form and could be possibly just another person strolling in the ruin. There are, in quiet places, deviant types exploring various vices. Homeless people, late-night dog walkers, and investigators like me on the prowl. The light that was identified as an orb is one of the street lights from the Poets' Corner area, as I've been able to capture it several more times. The figure I cannot. Could the two photographic incidents be related, or are they merely coincidental? What do you see? What are your theories? Can you pick up on something I have missed? Have you had your own experience with a monk? If you have any form of interest and you live in Pembrokeshire, then we strongly encourage you to investigate. I shall continue the search. I shall continue the investigation. But what is more effective than one man with a lifetime of passion and experience to investigate our friend the ghostly monk? An entire county of people. But this is not the end. There is more on the Haverfordwest monk, or monks. St. Mary's, Haverfordwest. Has a ghostly monk been seen leaving this building? It is here that in the early 1980s that reports surfaced of a hooded figure making its way down the stone steps and disappearing onto the road that is Tower Hill. Could people from the modern day be seeing the replay of a person long now deceased making their habitual journey from the church to a destination unknown? Could it be that this shadowy person that is seen in Haverfordwest is making its way down to the Augustinian Priory? One of the historical gems at St. Mary's is an effigy of a medieval pilgrim His identity is unknown, but it is hypothesized that he was staying at Haverfordwest on a pilgrimage to St. David's. Dating from around 1450 AD, this is the oldest monument in the church. Could this be the man behind the apparition? The earliest registers date to 1590 and are probably the oldest to survive in Haverfordwest. However, is our pedestrian phantom from a much earlier time period. Paranormal enthusiasts spend most of the time at the Priory Ruin in search of this notorious ghost. However, it is the route that he is most often seen on which yields the most sightings. This is where the silent soul makes its way through the sleeping town. Route 1 leads from St Mary's and up Tower Hill. From here it is seen submerged in the ground at Rifleman's Field and has been twice seen at the entrance to Clay Lane. Clay Lane is the road connecting to Union Hill, and possibly the most haunted road in Pembrokeshire, or even Wales. Listen to our previous episode for more on that chilling road. Union Hill is the most common location for the sighting of the monk. Route 2 again begins at St Mary's and is not seen again till a footpath by St Thomas's Church, home of the Owlman. The figure has been seen once again submerged into the concrete and making its way down the path by the tennis courts and back towards Union Hill. Having spoken to recent witnesses about the sightings they encountered, we have 2 points of detail that could help us understand more about the spooky traveller. One is seen to be in a brown or dark robe and the other in grey. Both similar routes, but where were both monks heading to? There are in fact 2 ghostly monks in Haverfordwest, wearing 2 different robes and taking 2 different routes. Haverfordwest Priory was a house of Augustinian canons regular on the banks of the Western Cledai at Haverfordwest, dedicated to St Mary and St Thomas the Martyr, and situated on land given by Robert de Haverford. It was first mentioned around 1200 AD. From 1983 to 1986, the site was excavated so that the outlines of the buildings can be seen. Much of the architecture material discovered was of a very good standard and could be seen in the Haverfordwest Museum. The excavations also reveal a medieval garden complete with raised beds, unique as the only surviving medieval gardens in Britain, and the beds have now been replanted with simple plants appropriate to the period. Could it be possible that modern locals in Pembrokeshire are viewing a monk travelling home to his priory hundreds of years later? The distinctive habit of the canon regular that would have been situated at the priory is rocher, worn over a cassock or tunic, which is indicative of their clerical origins. This has evolved in various ways among different congregations, from wearing the full rocher to wearing of the white tunic and scapular. Could this have been misidentified in the night time by confounded witnesses as a grey hooded robe? Much work needs to be done, and we ask everyone that travels these points to please be vigilant and feel free to report to us any feelings, findings or sightings. Please, may we note that should you pass the monk on his way home, not to be alarmed. In the centuries of sightings, all he has done is simply make his way home. We have given you a small look into a fascinating metaphysical mystery, and much more research and investigations has to be conducted into the history, geography and people of Haverfordwest from this ancient time. Who knows who you will see on your way home? There we have it. What do you think? Do ghosts prowl our streets at night? Is this a poor monk trapped in time, or maybe just a hoax? I said in one interview that there were more ghosts and monks than there were probably monks. It seems to be an occupation that almost guarantees a future ghostly existence. If you've enjoyed this Pembrokeshire-centric episode, then please visit our archive for more Pembrokeshire on-location episodes, or explore for incredible interviews with amazing authors and researchers on Bigfoot, UFOs, hauntings, spirituality and all things supernatural. There is an article by yours truly in the brand new issue, the free-to-read for all, the Paranormal Chronicles digital magazine on the Pembrokeshire Devil Hound, as well as hundreds of pages of articles on ghosts, Bigfoot, life after death and mediumship. Read your free The Paranormal Chronicles digital magazine today by visiting www.theparanormalchronicles.com/magazine. No subscription, no sign up, just free instant reading for you. So visit www.theparanormalchronicles.com/magazine. Don't forget to follow so you never miss an episode, and you could also win a paranormal book or Amazon voucher in one of our followers prize draw. It's worth it. Great content, an amazing archive, and you can win cool paranormal stuff. Let me leave you with this. I was saddened to hear that a peer within the paranormal field of study had killed themselves. They'd been suffering severely with depression and had been the victim of online trolls. My thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends, and I implore those that enjoy attacking and trolling people within this field to realise that we live in a universe full of mystery, that every day we discover something new. that every scientific discovery leads to more doors being opened. It is arrogant to think we know everything to do with time, space, the universe, and the human mind. If you feel the need to bully and troll, harass and break for your own amusement, then change the channel and leave us be and go focus your efforts on something more positive and less harmful. I need everyone out there to know that your life is important. Your life matters. And if you feel the grasps of depression, grief and hurt, that people out there care and love for you. I have felt this pain, and I'm here right now thanks to the love of others. You are important. Your life matters. Thank you all for listening. I am G.L Davies. Sleep well.
I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is the extraordinary travels of a young, alone, and broke psychic in the highly anticipated new book from internationally renowned psychic, medium, medical intuitive, and best-selling author Sherry Dillard. Critics have described I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like as an engrossing memoir, an empowering story of how a broken girl came to accept her psychic gift, a refreshing and fun read. I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is available through Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, and wherever books are sold.
How far would you go to protect the children in your care? Nyla's Babies is the terrifying, chilling book from Jack Simonson, in which a young nanny battles an ancient demon for the souls of the twin babies in her care. Critics have heralded Nyla's Babies as an impressive and vivid imagined story, compelling and devilishly spooky, shocking and haunting. Nyla's Babies is available on Amazon, Kindle, or wherever books are sold. Visit cosmicegg-books.com for more on Nyla's Babies.
Sixth Books will take you to other worlds, haunt you, open your mind, and push you far beyond the veil of the unknown. Sixth Books is a leading publisher of books on the body, mind, and spirit, the paranormal, consciousness, ancient wisdom, and the afterlife. Explore today, learn today, open your mind today, read today. Visit sixth-books.com today. The world as you know it is about to change.
Do you wish for more paranormal and spiritual content? The Paranormal Chronicles magazine is a free digital magazine crammed with the very best in paranormal and spiritual articles and features. No sign up, no subscription, just free reading and knowledge for you. Read today at www.theparanormalchronicles.com/magazine.
Hi there, my name is Claire Waters and I would like to invite you on an incredible journey. I have written a book based on my personal experiences called Raising Faith, a true story of raising a child's psychic medium. It's my family's extraordinary experiences with our young daughter's ability to communicate with spirits and the inspirational lessons learned on our journey. Raising Faith is currently available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and wherever books are sold. Join me on this beautiful and incredible adventure. For more information on Raising Faith, visit my website, raisingfaith.co.uk, or my Facebook page, Raising Faith Book. See you there.
The international chart-topping, haunted horror of Haverfordwest has been described as terrifyingly real, a must-read, shocking and chilling brilliance, genuinely worrying, utterly frightening. Don't read before bed. Described as one of the spookiest writers out there, best-selling author G.L. Davies presents Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest, the true paranormal account that is shocking the world. Dare you enter? Dare you read? Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and wherever books are sold. Pray you never have to live there.